Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hope elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Got to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. The Most High, the Heavenly Father, his Hebrew name is Yahweh. Not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah, not Abba, not Yahuwah. It's Yahweh, and his own begotten Son name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shah. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua, not Yahusha. It's Yahushua. So got to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rekah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elder bishop and elders of great millstone who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, ready to accept it or not. And a sincere salutation to all the Akim pushing this truth and believing this truth at the four ends of the earth, the entire world, shedding light to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the Akwath who are listening learning. You few sisters who are listening learning. Coming into another lesson in true fact, faith, and edification of data edification, Lord willing to be able to find. I'm Isaiah from Jim Messolano camp. And I titled this lesson, The Idols of America are the same idols of Egypt being smitten again. Oh, as a matter of fact, so like, hold on one moment. So as the title say, these same idols that America uses when you look up the history on these modern day Chaldeans, they use the same idols of the Egyptians, which are Hamites. You got all these the Amorites, these Hamite nations, the sons of Ham, the nation that came out of Noah's youngest son. So let me find this real quick. Bear with me here. I want to get the names of these pagan gods. Because you got all these pagan gods that America pushes. Because in America, you can worship any idol, you can follow any religion, as long as you're doing it uh, through the standard of the so-called white man. So real quick, I'm looking for. Bear with me. I'm in this 1465 KJV. And I'm looking for pagan gods. Bear with me here. I want to read these names because you got all these idols of these heathen nations. Okay, page 925. So, on page 925, it gives you, it's a pagan gods of Bible times. Now it reads, the Israelites were God's special people who followed the one true God, but they were surrounded by nations and cultures that worship heathen gods. The people of the covenant often gave in to the temptation to worship these pagan deities. And that's why the Lord said in Judges 2 that he will no more drive out these heathen nations from among us. this is how he's going to prove who the elect is, because they got to deal with the madness of living around these people, watching them do their wickedness, right? All the different customs of the heathens, and who's going to see this, and it's going to vex you every day. It's going to make you be vexed constantly, continually. These are the ones that acknowledge their sins, they repent daily, and ask the Lord how long before He destroy these heathens. As it said in Judges 2, He will not remove these nations from the midst of Israel. This is how the Lord proved it. He said this is how He will prove who the elect is, by going through these, seeing all this, and it vexing your spirit. So it say the people of the covenant often gave into the temptation to worship these pagan deities, especially tempting in the old times was the Canaanites' fertility god known as Baal, who was thought to produce abundant crops and livestock. A fertility goddess of the New Testament era was Diana or Artemis of Ephesus. That's in Acts 19, 24 through 28. It's a shown here with her many breasts. They got a picture of Diana, which were thought to provide succor, which is help for those who were born through her gift of fertility. These gods and goddesses are the fruits of misguided human minds which search for meaning in the elementary forces of life, but real meaning and purpose are found only in the one true God and his son Yahweh Mashiach. So it got listed below are other prominent pagan gods mentioned in the Old Testament and New Testament. So it got, for the Old Testament gods, it got Ashtoreth, Baal's wife or female counterpart. Baal, a god identified with Merodach or Marduk, chief Babylonian god. It got Chemosh, a god of the Moabites and Ammonites. Uh, Another god named, let me see, let me pronounce this right. Hold on. See if I can get it from Google. See what they say. So this name is well, it won't give it to me. Let's see. Chayun, a Chayun Rimfan. It's a Syriac translate it by Saturn. Mm, okay, so it's a star guard, a Chayun, a star god identifies with Satan. I mean with Saturn. This Old Testament god. It got Dagon, chief Philistine god, Merodach, chief Babylonian god connected with war, also known as Marduk. It got Molech, Ammonite god, connected with child sacrifices. Nebo, Babylonian god of wisdom and the arts. Rimmon, Syrian god of rain. Tammuz, Babylonian fertility god. And they got the scriptures on the side of it. It got Castor and Pollux. And this is crazy because this is the two names of Nicolas Cage and his brother in the movie Face Off, man. Castor and Pollux, twin sons of Zeus, chief Greek god. It got Zeus, chief Greek god, and Hermes, the Greek god of commerce and speed. So I want to read those because dealing with all this is what it's in America, man. All these different idols. So when you go to let me get this. And I don't know why my spirit was just on this, so I'm just doing a little quick lesson. Lord wouldn't be able to find. So you got the Edomites, right? When you go to Numbers, Because we was talking about this last night. When you read in Genesis 27, when Esau was crying about his birthright, man, before he started worshiping idols, because Esau, he's a Hebrew as well. He's just a Hebrew Edomite, right? Born from Isaac, knew about the Lord. He knew about the law, statutes, and commandments. He knew about the orders of the Lord, the integrity of the standard. So before the so-called white man came into power during the time of the Greeks, before they started doing all this warlocking and witchcraft, right? All this wickedness they do on the left-hand side, right? The Hamites were doing this, man, in Numbers. Um, no, I'm sorry. Second Chronicles 25, right? You the story of Amaziah. So let me read one. It reads, Amaziah was 20 and 5 years old when he began to reign. Second Chronicles 25 and 1. And he reigned 20 and 9 years in Jerusalem. And his mother name was Jehoiadan of Jerusalem. And he did that which was right in the sight of Yahweh, but not with a perfect heart. So, reading down, it reads in verse 14. Now it came to pass after that Amaziah was come from the slaughter of the Edomites, that he brought the gods of the children of Seir and set them up to be his gods, and bowed down himself before them, and burned incense unto them. Wherefore the anger of Yahweh was kindled against Amaziah, and he sent unto him a prophet, which said unto him, why hast thou sought after the gods of the people, which could not deliver their own people out of thine hand? See, so the point is, the Edomites, they have their own idols that they worship, right? Which the Edomites, God name is, let's type it in on Google and see what Google say. I'm typing in God of the Edomites. Watch what come up. So it's a Quaz, also known as Quaz or Quos, was the national god of the Edomites. His name appeared twice in the Old Testament in the book of Ezra. Before the Persian period, Quaz was pronounced. So it's say in the book of Ezra. We need to find that. The Edomites worshiped the god Quaz, who emerged around the same time and place as they got YHWH in the late Bronze Age. That's madness. That's a lie. So they said the god of the Edomites, his name is Quaz. He say his name appears twice in the Old Testament in the book of Ezra, before the Persian period. Let's see. Gods of the Edomites mentioned in Ezra. Let's see. Because we ain't seen that. So we got Ezra 2 and 53 and Nehemiah 7 and 55. Let's see. Ezra 2 and 53. Because this will be something new to me. It said Ezra 2 and 53. So we got the children of Barkos, the children of Sisera, the children of, man, that shit ain't in here. These lying ass bastards. Then the other one they said, what? Nehemiah 7. Esau be with that bull, man. You see? The other one they said is in Nehemiah 7 and 55. Let me see. Lying bastards, man. Cause there ain't no way. Come on. All right. Nehemiah 7 and 55. Let's see. It ain't even on Nehemiah 7 and 55, I don't think. Yes, it is. Okay, hold on. Or the same thing as saying Ezra. So let me go to I'm in the blue letter. Let me see what these names. Say they got Barkus, Sisera, and Tamar. H1302 for Barkus. Yeah, no. Yeah, these Edomites. Anyway, so the god of the Edomites is Quas, right? So mentioning that, then you got these gods. These are the gods of the Egyptians. So it's like 25 of them. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 25, 24. The 25th one don't got a whatever. So these is the gods. Now the Lord sent 10 plagues to Egypt, right? That was the Lord taunting the gods of Egypt. These Anubis, Isis, Thought, Amun, and the guy mentioned the moon in the movie The Mummy. Horus, Hathor, Basik, Ra, Osiris, was this Ta, Nephis, Khnum. These is the gods of the Egyptians. Seth, Amun, right? You see them. When the Lord was taunting the Egyptians, starting the first plague, which is turn the water red, he was taunting the gods of the Egyptians. All these idols the so-called white man has brought here to Babylon the Great. Let me get this in Deuteronomy 29. It reads this: For ye know how we have dwelt in the land of Egypt, and how we came through the nations which ye passed by. Now I read to you these other gods, other nations, right? You got the Chinese, the Japanese, the gods of Moab, Ammon, the Philistines, right? Every nation have their own idol that they worship. So here it say in Deuteronomy 29 and 16 again, it reads, For ye know how we have dwelt in the land of Egypt, and how we came through the nations which ye passed by. And ye have seen their idols, and it's lucky, and ye have seen their abominations and their idols, wood and stone, silver and gold, which were among them. Least there should be among you man or woman, or family or tribe, whose heart turneth away this day from Yahweh our power, to go and serve the gods of these nations, least there shall be among you a root that beareth gall and wormwood, which is bitterness. So let's get this in Deuteronomy chapter 4. And part of the curses is the Lord said we will be amongst these nations and living amongst these idols, man, these heathens and worshiping their idols. Deuteronomy 4 and 27. And Yahweh shall scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left few in number among the heathen, where the Yahweh shall lead you. And there ye shall serve gods, the work of men's hands, wood and stone, which neither see nor hear, nor eat, nor smell. So this is Exodus 12 in verse 12. This is the Lord telling Moses to tell Israel to put the blood on the doorpost. But the last and final plague was him smitten the firstborn of Egypt, right? This is Exodus 12 and 12. It reads, For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am Yahweh. So what you see on the screen is the gods of Egypt, the top ones. These are the gods of Egypt. Again, the Lord said, For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the gods of Egypt will I execute judgment. I am Yahweh. So what's about to happen again? Second Ezra 15 in verse 11 it reads. Matter of fact, let's read up. Verse 9. Oh, you know what? Before I get this, let's go to Exodus 2 and 25. Listen to this. Exodus 2 and 23. It reads, and it came to pass in the process of time, as we dealing with now, we're dealing with a process of time. We read that last night in Hebrews 12 and 1, dealing with the patience. We got to be patient. You got to pray to Yahweh Shema Shah for patience, because we don't know how long we got to continue before Yahweh shall return, man. But like the Lord told Abraham. See, let me get that. See if I can get this real quick. Was that bear with me. Hold on. I got a lot of precepts thinking about, but let me get these so I can line these up. He say, hold on. The Lord said the wickedness of the Amorite is not yet full. Because he told Abraham, thou shalt return here. Okay. Genesis 15. So let's read this. Then I'm gonna come back to this Exodus. So this is Genesis 15. Right here, Genesis 15. Right, I'm gonna start at 12. It reads, and he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, which was Egypt, and they shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge. That's what's going to happen to the Edomites. Same thing happened to the Egyptians. And afterwards, shall they come out with great substance. Because we left Egypt with a lot of substance. So he say, and thou shalt go to thy fathers in peace, thou shalt be buried in a good old age. But in the fourth generation, because the Lord deals according to the scriptures every third and fourth generation. But in the fourth generation, the Lord say, they shall come hither again to the land of Israel, for the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full. So now we are watching the fullness of the so-called white man's iniquities being lifted up, as it say in you got Jeremiah, right? The iniquities is being raised up to the heavens. This is Jeremiah 51. It reads, verse 9, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go, everyone into his own country. For her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. So this is what we waiting on, the fullness of the Edomites' judgment. Let's get the one in Revelations 18. It reads, verse 5, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquities. So the same thing, there's one more. Where was it? Second Ezra. Second Ezra 11, dealing with the Roman Empire, right? And America is revived Roman Empire. It say right here, Second Ezra 11 in verse 43. It reads, therefore is thy wrongful dealing come up unto the highest, and thy pride unto the mighty. See the same thing going on now that happened with the Amorites. These three precepts go right together. So going back to Exodus. So in this process of time, it reads Exodus 2 and 23. And it came to pass in the process of time that the king of Egypt died, and the children of Israel sighed by the reason of bondage, as we doing now. And they cried, and their cry came up unto the God by reason of the bondage. And we crying. Jake ready to get the hell out of here, man. Got to go to the plantation. We every Sunday, all nigga can think about is got to go to the plantation in the morning, man. Can't even enjoy. You get with brothers. It's beautiful. It's back to the plantation, man. But the Lord will speed the time up because these days, these hours going by fast. It reads, and God heard their groaning, and God remembered his covenant with Abraham, Isaac, and with Jacob, and God looked upon the children of Israel, and God had respect unto them. So, going back to 2nd Ezra, it reads 15 and 9, and there, and therefore saith Yahweh, I will surely avenge them. That's why I read Exodus 2, 23 to 25, because it said, but in the process of time, the Lord heard the groan of the Israelites because of the bondage. So this 2nd Ezra 15 and 9, and therefore saith Yahweh, but Hashem Yahweh Shah will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them, because 2/3 ain't gonna be received. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them not to dwell in the land of Egypt. See, just like ancient Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plagues and punishment that God shall bring upon it. Right? So this is, again, let me read this again. Exodus 12 and 12, it reads, for I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the gods of the Egyptians of Egypt, and I will execute judgment. I am Yahweh. So what is the Lord doing now? Same thing. Because America is Egypt. Matter of fact, let's get that before I get this. Revelation 11 and 8, it reads, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. So we know Yahushua wasn't crucified in Sodom nor Egypt. So what is this great city that's known as Sodom and Egypt? It's North America, Babylon the Great. Why Sodom? Because of the LGBTQP, equal to act rights, man. Why Egypt? Because of the slavery, captivity. Egypt, the word Egypt is synonymous with bondage, slavery, right? So this is Isaiah 19 and 1. The burden of Egypt. Behold, Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud, as he did in the ancient Egypt, which is a chariot, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence. I just read that in Exodus 12 and 12. Right? The Lord said he's going to smite all the firstborn of Egypt and all their gods. Let's read it one more time. Exodus 12 and 12. For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the gods with an S of Egypt will I execute judgment. I am Yahweh. So back in Isaiah 19 and 1, the burden of Egypt, this is the new Egypt, the modern day Egypt. The Lord Yahweh ride upon a swift cloud, a chariot, with a white man called UFOs or spaceships, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols, again, the gods, the so-called gods, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. Now, this is another precept. Verse 2 proves to you that this ain't talking about ancient Egypt, because the Egyptians in ancient Egypt didn't fight amongst themselves. Listen, verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. That didn't happen in ancient Egypt. You can't find that nowhere in history that Egyptians was fighting amongst themselves. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. What counsel? The so-called knowledge of the white man. The so-called white man's knowledge which is not wisdom. The Lord said he made the wisdom of this world foolishness. So there is no truth to the so-called white man's knowledge. And I was in the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. See, the counsel is these Edomites. Oh, it tell you in Daniel 2 that they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another. So the so-called white man has mingled himself with the other heathen nations, but they ain't cleaving. And we see this happening now. It reads, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to wizards. What happened in ancient Egypt? Pharaoh always went to his Madrite. What is it called? Madrites? Magites? He always went to his familiar, his spirit, his witch warlocks, right? Because it mentioned in what is that Second Timothy? It say let's get that real quick. Second Timothy 3. Yep, it reads, I think it is. Yeah, it say verse 8, now as Jannes and Jambres withstood Moses, so do these also resist the truth, men of corrupt minds reprobate concerning the faith. So the same thing, these men that Pharaoh looked to, two-thirds of our people look to the so-called white man because they are the modern day wizards and warlocks. This is Psalms 96 and 5, 96 and 4 reads, for Yahweh is great and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods. For all the gods of the nations are idols, but Yahweh made the heavens. This is Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 10. It reads, but Yahweh is the true power. He is the living power and an everlasting king. At his wrath, the earth shall tremble, and the nations shall not be able to abide his indignation. Thus shall ye say unto them, the gods that have not made the heavens and the earth, even they shall perish from the earth and from under these heavens. He hath made the earth by his power. He hath established the world by his wisdom, and have stretched out the heavens by his discretion. This is Psalms 115. I'm going to start at 1. It reads, not unto us, O Yahweh, not unto us, but unto thy name give glory, for thy mercy and for thy truth's sake. Wherefore should the heathen say, where is now their God? And that was the time the Lord hid his face, right? He said he hid himself. He tell you what is it, Isaiah 57, thou art power that hideth himself. Verse 3, but our power is in the heavens. He have done whatsoever he have pleased. Their idols, who? The 17 heathen nation, their idols are silver and gold, the work of men's hands, which I read in the curse of the Lord said we was going to be scattered amongst these heathens, but we shall worship gods of men's hand. They have mouths, but they speak not. Eyes have they, but they see not. They have ears, but they hear not. Noses have they, but they smell not. And this is all in Deuteronomy 4, 27, 28. They have hands, but they handle not. Feet have they, but they walk not. Neither speak they through their throat. They that make them are like unto them. So is everyone that trusteth in them. O Israel, trust thou in Yahweh. He is their help and their shield. This is Isaiah 42 and 17. It reads, they shall be turned back. They shall be greatly ashamed that trust in graven images, that say to the molten images, ye are our gods. Two-thirds of Jake, man. Following the ways of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Habakkuk 2 and 18, it reads, What profit, what profiteth the graven image that the maker thereof have graven it? Who? The so-called white man. These niggas worship quads. So how they go from worshiping quads to Jesus Christos? You got a deity that came up from this guy, Totem Soter, right? Totem Soter, one of the generals of Alexander. Once he took over Egypt, right, he set up this idol whose name was Serapis Christus, which was translated in modern times as Jesus Christ, Jesus Christos. What profit of the graven image that the maker thereof have graven it, the molten image, and a teacher of lies? Who taught you about Jesus Christos during the Renaissance era, which is rebirth of the so-called white man? That's why I tell you in Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges. So he covered up who the Israelites are, who the Messiah and the Heavenly Father really are, and how they look according to the Bible. And when they say he covered the face of the judges, the law, statute, and commandments, the standard and integrity of the Lord. That's why I tell you in Isaiah 24, right, who transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant, because he changed the integrity, the order of the Lord, man. That's why you got uh, states that got I think it's like 10 states plus with bestiality laws, man. And they got hotels where you can go sleep with animals. This is why you got transformers running around here with equal to act rights, man. Rainbow sliders. What profit the graven image that the maker thereof have graven it, than molten image and a teacher of lies? The nigga told us that the so-called that God and Jesus is the so-called white man. They so-called white people. That the maker of his work trusted therein to make dumb idols. Woe unto him that saith to the wood, awake to the dumb stone. You got these people worshiping the carving stone. Arise, it shall teach. Behold, it is laid over with gold and silver, and there is no breath at all in the midst of it. But Yahweh is in his holy temple, which is who? So-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, the whole elect. Let all the earth keep silent before him. And now you seeing the truth is out, and the world is keeping silent because you can't come against the truth of the Bible. You could talk trash, but the truth is still the truth. That's what the Lord said in Luke 21:15. They have given us a mouth and wisdom that none of our adversaries can gainsay nor resist. In Isaiah 54, it reads, see, what they don't understand is this. Isaiah 54:17, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of Yahweh, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord. Well, who's the servants of the Lord? Leviticus 25:55 reads, who the servants of the Lord? For unto me the children of Israel are servants. They are my servants whom I brought forth out of the land of Egypt. I am Yahweh, your God. What it said in Isaiah? This is Isaiah. See if we can get this. Isaiah 45:4. For Jacob, my servant's sake, and Israel, mine elect. See, I have even called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. Let's get another one. Let's get where's the other one that I want? Bear with me here. Is it Isaiah? Hold on. There was one more I wanted. Right here. right here. This is Isaiah 41. In verse 8, it reads, "But thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend. Thou, whom I have taken from the ends of the earth, and called thee from the chief men thereof, and said unto thee, Thou art my servant. I have chosen thee, and not cast thee away." What? What did the Lord say? Isaiah 41 and 8. "But thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend." There was a lot of seeds of Abraham. So why he said the seed of Abraham? One, my friend, thou whom I have taken from the ends of the earth, and called thee from the chief men thereof, and said unto thee, Thou art my servant. Why I say chief men? If everybody can be saved, what did the Lord say? "And called thee from the chief men thereof, and said unto thee, Thou art my servant. I have chosen thee, and not cast thee away." Who said the Lord cast away Israel? Lies. Close the precept. 1 Corinthians chapter 8 and 5. And it reads, "For though there are called gods, whether in heaven or in earth, as there be gods many and lords many, but to us, who? The Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, but to us there be," 1 Corinthians 8 and 6, "but to us there be one God, the Father, Yahweh, of whom are all things, and we in him, and one Lord, Yahweh Shah Mashiach, by whom are all things, and we by him. Howbeit, there is not in every man that knowledge." What knowledge? That there is only one Father, one Son, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Monotheism, which is he's the God of the Hebrew Israelites. Howbeit, there is not in every man that knowledge. For some with conscience of the idol unto this hour eat it as a thing offered unto an idol, and their conscience being weak is defiled. So the world has ate up Jesus Christos. They has ate up Hinduism, Buddhism, Rastafarianism, because that's a religion too. There's hundreds and hundreds of religions. I just thought of another precept. Isaiah 45 and 20. And two-thirds of our people has ate up. It said they eat it as a thing offered unto idols, man. They done ate up Jesus Christos, Christianity, plantation Christianity. Isaiah 45 and 20. "Assemble yourselves, who? The whole elect, and come, draw near together, ye that are escaped of the nations." How is the whole elect escaped of the nations? They are escaped spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. Okay? Uh Doctrinally, that's not a word, but through the doctrine of Yahweh Shema Washai, the hopeful elect has escaped. "Assemble yourselves and come," Isaiah 45 and 20, "draw near together, ye that are escaped of the nations. They have no knowledge." What, Lord? "They have no knowledge that set up the wood of the graven image." And what else? "And pray unto a God that cannot save." Yeah. And also I had this. Psalms. This will be my closing precept. This is Psalms 16. I'm gonna start at 1. "Preserve me, O power, for in thee do I put my trust. O my soul, that have said unto the Lord, Thou art my Lord, my goodness extended not to thee. but to the saints that are in the earth, and to the excellent. Who is the excellent? It's talking about the elect, in whom, oh, Israel overall, all Israel, but right now it's the elect. And to the excellent, in whom is all my delight. Right? The Lord have given us the 100% truth, things that come to salvation, though he does speak. He said, what? But to the saints that are in the earth, and to the excellent, in whom is all my delight, their sorrows shall be multiplied, that hasten after another God. Their drink offerings of blood would I not offer, nor take up their names into my lips. So anybody that's hastening after Jesus Christ in 2024, the Lord's going to destroy you, man. Lord wants being edifying. Lord willing, this was edifying. Got to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rekah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the other bishops and elders of great millstone who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether accepted or not. And the sincere salutation to all the occupant pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, shedding light to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the Akwa who are listening and learning. Ye few sisters who are listening and learning. Throughout tuning in. May Yahweh Shema shall continue to bless you in your houses. May the blessing of election be upon your houses. It's only one power in his son, man. That's it. These idols is just that. Idols. And they will be destroyed, man. The Lord is destroying them now. The same way he taunted the Egyptians with each one of those plagues, that was the Lord taunting the Egyptians. As I read in Exodus 12 and 12, he would destroy all their gods, they so-called gods, their idols, as he did before. America has brought all the idols of Egypt, all these, the idols of the Amorites, which is the Hamites, and they got their own idol they worship. His name is Quas. As a matter of fact, before I close, so let me pull this up real quick. Let's get this. Let's get, as I typed it in, watch this, God of the Edomites. Where you at? Oh, Salakia. Here you go. Right there. Gods of the Edomites. Quas. See him? Yep. Right here. The movie Agora. With a flower pot on his head, man. Hey, until next time I say shalom. Stay prayed up. Stay prayed up.